Hi everyone, my name is Shayli Gentry. I'm an art teacher at the Emporia Art Center, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this handprint craft. So stay tuned and we'll get on into the video. Before we get started, I want to talk to you about this book and get us in the mindset of what all it's saying and really get in those creative feelings. So right now I'm in my studio. As you can see, I'm with my favorite baby. I love when she accompanies me with art. It makes me feel a lot better. I've got my hands. These are what I use to create every day. We got our minds that are molding and shaping and making new learning connections and pathways every day. I've got my favorite blanket that I'm sitting on. It's wrapped around my metal chair. Underneath my chair, I have a floor that supports me in my chair and supports my hands so I can create in this space. And below my floor is my kitchen where I can make food to nourish myself, to nourish my brain, to keep myself creative. And below my kitchen is my basement. And you know, your basement is surrounded by the earth and it provides everything for us, you know, it provides our food and our building material. We wouldn't be able to create with our hands and our brain and without the earth and everything it provides for us. And that's kind of the mindset I want us to be in today while we're doing our little activities. So think about where you are. Where are you creating today? Where are you going to be making your handprint project? And think about where you're sitting and who you're with and how you create and colors that make you feel good and all of those things. So just make sure you think about all of that before you get started, and then if you need to, go ahead and pause the video right now. Talk about that with your adult that you're creating with today, and then press play when you're ready to get started. For this craft, you're gonna need cotton balls as your little paint brushes, basically. You're gonna need your watercolor paper that came in your kit, your crayon, glue stick, and some extra things you're gonna need are paper towels, because this is gonna get really messy, and a place to create that can get really messy. You should also get your book out that came in your kit. All right, so let's start with our colors. You're going to need your plastic spoon for this. Let's mix some colors. Right now we have the 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And with these, we can make secondary colors. So the first secondary color we'll make is green. So yellow plus blue makes a green, and the more blue you have, the darker your green will be, and the more yellow you have, the more light green it will be. So we have a nice dark green. I'm gonna take a little bit more yellow. Go. And another good thing to have on hand while you mix your paint is gonna be paper towels. You heard that rip. So let's use this to wipe off your spoon. Okay, next color, let's add blue and red together. And this will make a purple. So again, the more blue you have, the darker your purple will be, and the more red you put in, the more reddish purple it'll be. It'll be kind of like a plum color. If you get the even amount, you'll get even amount of red and blue, you'll get a really nice purple. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that off. Now let's do yellow and red. This one, I think, is one of the easiest to remember. It makes orange. I think I want to do more yellow in this one. Just scoop it up. Want a nice bright orange, add lots of yellow. If you want a deep, dark orange, have lots of red. All right, so now we have our primary colors and our secondary colors. You just put your spoon to the side. So primary again, red, blue, yellow, and our yellow got a little green. So let's scoop that out. Now we have a better yellow. And again, secondary colors are purple, orange, and green. So now let's get our cotton balls, our paper, and our black crayon and get to painting. I have here our watercolor paper. This is a little bit thicker paper, so your project can last a lot longer if you use a thicker paper. Your paper won't rip or warp as much with the wet paint being added to it. We're gonna take your black crayon, you're gonna put your hand, spread it out on your piece of paper. You may have done this before when making turkeys. Today, we're just going to trace the outside of your hand. You can ask your adult that's helping you for some extra help with this, because this can be kind of hard. Just trace all the way around. And you can lift. And I like to connect this part, so it's just a hand. But if you want to put your wrist, you definitely can. So now we're gonna want to get our paint close by, and you're gonna want 6 cotton balls because we have 6 different colors. Okay, and this is where it's gonna get really fun and really messy. So make sure wherever you are, you have a tablecloth down. I've got my creating mat down and some wet paper towels maybe to help wipe off your hands if you don't want to be super messy. And let's go. Put your hand back on the paper. This might be a little tricky, but it'll be good practice. Keep your hand down, and you're gonna take your cotton ball, and I'm gonna do blue first. You're gonna get it really covered in that paint, and you're just gonna dab. Don't move your hand, just dab around your hand. You can even press it on top of your hand. And at the end, we'll have a really cool surprise. So I'm gonna dab my blue around. Now I'm gonna take another one, I'm gonna do purple. Dab in between your fingers. Cover all those areas. Do red. If you get like big globs of paint like I do right here, you can scoop it up, move it. I'm gonna scoop again, move it. Do down by your wrist. I'm moving, when I put my cotton balls to the side, I'm putting them on a paper towel. That might help a lot. Let's do orange. Do between this finger. Ooh, I'm loving this. Okay, let's do yellow. I'm gonna do right here. Whoop. Scoop it. My yellow cotton ball didn't work very good. Scoop a little more. Let's do green. Okay, now let's lift our hand. Wow, I'm gonna do a few more greens down here just to cover where my wrist was. And you are almost done. Now that we're at this point, you'll want to sign your name, which you can get some help from your adult for this, or you can sign it yourself however you want. That's my name. I'm gonna put 2020 because that is the year we're in. You'll let this dry and then I'll show you how to glue it into the back of your book so you can have it forever. One day when you're all grown up, you'll get to look back at what you did when you were young and it'll be really fun. So I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Now that your piece is dry and you're all washed up, you're gonna get your glue stick and we're going to glue the back of our painting. And it might take a while for your picture to dry, so if you need to do this the next day, that's good and fine. It's super easy, so you shouldn't need too much help with it. So you get your glue on there, move this to the side, get our book, open it up. So this is the front inside cover. I'm gonna flip all the pages and go to this back inside cover. And we're gonna glue it right in here so you'll have your name in your book and you can keep it forever and ever. So I'm gonna flip it over and press it down. Mine isn't dry, so I'm not using my painting to tape into the back of my book. I'm gonna have to paint this one separately, but you will have glue on the back side of your paper and then your painting will be on this front side and you'll have your name right here and you'll be good to go. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for creating with me today. I hope you really enjoyed this craft and it helps give you a better idea of you and your connection with your surroundings and yourself. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye.